Stadium in Santa Clara, California. It's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now Goff on first down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
A check on the numbers receiving for Anderson last week. 3 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
34-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
Goff now looks to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side.
Goff.
That catch good for only a couple. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 37-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in and knock it away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you get...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. To throw again is Jackson. Steps away to his left. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Watch out for Hill on the return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice Nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. That's complete to John Ross. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. A quick slant to Hill. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson being chased out left to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara, and they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. They'll run it with Kamara, and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Cowboys nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flush to his right. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Tyreek Hill. Good touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term, they just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after one. Now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. First down and more for Jackson. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And he puts it through. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Alexander. 4 yards on the
now Elliott. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
On the pickup. And this is 3rd.
Out of the gun. Gone. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. just gave up another one right there.
And tatter, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The Niners take over.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good. Playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Calvin Ridley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers continue to roll. And the route is on here in this first half. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
11 on the play. First down, Cowboys.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Yards to go.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play. Jackson from the shotgun. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. The quick slant caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. The penalty is a result of that hit there.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Yet again, Goff is intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Leads to second and goal.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown, George Kittle, as the first half is winding down. And this offense continues to pour it on.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And 7.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Yeah, they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
3rd down and 9.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right, letting one go deep for the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
4 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Goff now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
6-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the ground, this is Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Cowboys 7.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of...
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. Crater on to add the extra point. just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff and Waller taking it in over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Cowboys.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Goff. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver.
It's caught at the 10. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for the Niners. 59 yards.
Cowboys, nothing.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
A gain of 5.
Kamara trying again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Alvin Kamara. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Now Goff on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring in Nick Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Eluding the pressure right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. John Ross with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
79. Cowboys nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gone. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And a Cowboy first down.
Back to throw. Goff. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Dallas.
Throwing again is Goff. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 23 yards on the play.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Nick Bosa. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
The score, Niners 79.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going has added their totals. But for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team. But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Goff. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Off play action. Here's Goff. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Bosa in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. On 4th down, Goff. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Third and long. It's Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take...
And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And the Cowboys are able to recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is...
And I think the ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Recovered by the Niners.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.